some of you were here for the matinee, and some of you were here Thursday evening, and you're back tonight. I'm so thankful for this great crowd. We still have more people coming in. It's wonderful. Just want to thank Mr. Harding again for all of his hard work. He is our guest director. He comes all the way from Alabama. You saw the truck and trailer. He brings all of these wonderful things with him, and he's done a wonderful job with our students. We're so thankful for him. And we want to get started right away. I've asked Bob Anderson if he would stand and open us in prayer, please, tonight.
Let's pray. Our gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to attend such a great school, Lord, and the opportunity these kids have to learn about drama and to have some fun, Lord, and fun play for us. We pray that you're able to do well tonight. Keep everybody safe and help us have a great time.
All right, we'll get started.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour has draws in pace. 4 happy days bring in a new moon. But, oh, methink how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desire.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time.
Go, masters of revels, serve the thinning youth of mermaids, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth, and all Athens shall celebrate. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love, doing thee injuries, and I wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Lysander.
Your grace.
My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander.
My lord.
And my gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her interchanged rhyme tokens with my child. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart. Turn her obedience which is due to me. To stubborn harshness and my gracious duke, be it so she will not hear, before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, for Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting to hear your father's voice, the other must be held worthier.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me, for I know not by what power I am made bold. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, should I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to observe forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun, for I to be in shady cloister mute, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord. Ere I will yield my virgin petit up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not its sovereignty.
Take time to pause. By the next new moon, upon that day, either prepare to die or to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield that grace title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true. He hath my love, and she is mine. And all my right I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, and as well possessed. My love for Hermia is more than his, which is more than all these boasts can be. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Netter's daughter, Helena, and she, sweet lady, dotes upon this spotted and inconsistent man.
I must confess I have heard so much, and with Demetrius she spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind deludes it. But come, Demetrius, come, Aegis, you shall come with me. Come, Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and comfort with you of something that nearly concerns yourself.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance do the roses there do fade so fast?
Be like for want of rain, which I keep well between them from the tempest of my eyes.
I, me, for aught that I could ever read, the course of true love never did run smooth.
If true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands in edict and destiny. Let us teach our child patience.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues. There, gentle Hermia, will I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. So if thou lovest me, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without a town, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, in the place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow I will truly meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Good speed for Helena. Whither away? Call you me fair?
That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair, your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and I will fly this place.
Helena, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl and plaited grass, a time that lovers' flight doth still conceal. From Athens' gate do we devise to steal.
And in the woods, where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds where once lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee with thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight, from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some, over others some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But here be I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here? You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script. Here is a scroll of every man's name, thought fit through all Athens, to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night. First, Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read off the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play's most lamentable comedy, and plays most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Ah, a very good piece of work, I assure you. And Mary. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth the names of your actors by scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer, as I call you, Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I'm for, and proceed.
Nick Bottom, you are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest yet, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a captain to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish fates. This is lofty. Now, name the rest of the players. This is Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe, a wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let not one play a woman. I have a beard.
And that's all one, and you shall play in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
Aha! Let me play Thisbe too! I'll speak in a monstrous little voice.
Pyramus, my lovey dear, thy Thisbe dear, and lady dear.
No. You must play Pyramus, and flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Recruiter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother, Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father, myself, Thisbe's father. Snug.
Snug?
Snug?
Ah,
Snug.
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 Not again.
Snug.
Snuggy wuggy.
Snug.
Snug the joiner, you the lion's part. And I hope here's a play fit.
Have you the lion's part written? Give it to me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Aha! Let me play the lion too. I will roar, so that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again! Let him roar again!
And you shall do it too terribly, that you would fright the duchess and the ladies, and that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
I grant you, friends, if we are to fright the ladies out of their wits, so that they would have no more discretion than to hang us, but I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, that one shall see in the summers like day, a most gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Ah, but masters, here are your parts.
I got the wrong one.
Yeah, for I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by morrow night. Meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There will we rehearse our parts. For if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I shall draw a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you fail me not.
Ah, we will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect, I do.
At the Duke's Oak, we meet.
Enough. Hold or cut bowstrings.
Down the hill, the bush over briars, the park through fell, over the flood, the burnt fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon spear, and I serve the fairy queen to do her works upon the green.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen comes not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, night of his train to trace the forest wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in Grover Green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But They do square that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making quiet, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he?
Thou speakest aright. I am not merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile. Sometime look I in a gossip's bowl, in the very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bought, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale, the wisest aunt telling the saddest tale. And sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, and down topples she. And Taylor cries and falls into a cough, and the whole choir hold their hips and laugh. But Roomberry, here comes Oberon.
And here, my mistress, would that he be gone?
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence, I've forsworn is bed in company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest steppe of India and forsooth the bouncing Amazon. Your buskin mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we in hill, dale, forest, and mead, by the paved fountains and by the rushy brook, by the beach margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistlings of the wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sports. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain as in revenge, hath sucked up from the sea contagious fogs and green corn, hath wrought in air his youth attained a beard. And the full sands are empty in the drowned fields, and the crows are fatted with the murrain flood, and the seasons alter a hoary-headed frost, fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose. And the same progenies of evils come. From our debate, from our dissension, we are the parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land lies not the child of thee. For his mother was a Volturus of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders of the flood. And we laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton winds. But being mortal of that boy, she did die. And for her sake will I rear up her boy. For her sake will I not part from him.
How long within this wood intend ye stay?
Perhaps till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will see our moonlight revels, go with. If not, shun me and I will spare you your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away! We shall chide down right by longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Dost thou remember, since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and earth, Cupid all armed. Now certain aim he took, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow. Now marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? Hence, Helena, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. Leave your power to draw, Demetrius, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in the plainest truth tell you that I do not nor I cannot love you?
And even for that, do I love you the more? I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. What worser place can I beg in your love than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of the one that loves you not.
Your virtue is my privilege for that, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the breaks of the wild forests, and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you.
I will not stay thy question. Let me go.
Why, Demetrius? Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the ox lips and nodding violet grows, quiet over canopy with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There Titania sleeps some time of the night, lulled in these flowers and dances and delight. There the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of fateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and see through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on.
Fear not, my lord. Servant shall do so.
Well, go then. Go. Go.
Come now a roundel and a fairy song. Then for the third part of a minute hence, sing me to sleep, go to your offices and let me rest.
Spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen. Newts and blind worms do not wrong, come not near my fairy. Fill a mill with melody, sing with our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come on, lovely lady night, so good night with lullaby.
Hints away. Now all is well. One sentinel will stand aloof.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair, in thine eye that shall appear. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Do it when some vile thing is near.
pass. Here is a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tearing house. And we will do it in action as we would do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe which will never please. First, Pyramus must draw his sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By our lacking of perilous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Aha! Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm without sword, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom, the weaver. That shall put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
What hempen homespun
No,
have we
because
swaggering
It's
here?
supposed to be.
So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What a play toward! I'll be an auditor. Or maybe an actor too, if I see cause.
All right. I don't know what just happened. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with all of you? Hey.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Huh. Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in God, shield us! For a lion among the ladies is the most dreadful thing. And there is not a more fearful woodfowl than your lion living.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name so that half his face must be seen to the lion's neck, saying thus, or to the same effect. Or he himself must speak through, saying, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would entreat you, or I would request you, not to fear, not to tremble, but to consider my life for yours. If you were to think that I would come hither as a lion, it were to pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name, and tell them simply and plainly, he is snug the joint.
Well, it shall be so. But there is 2 hard things, that is, to bring moonlight into a chamber. 2 hard things, that is, to bring moonlight into a chamber. For you know, here Miss Ann Thisbe meets by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar. A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why then is there a casement at the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon doth shine in at the casement?
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and say he comes to disfigure, or to present the prisoner of moonshine. Then there is another thing, to bring the wall into the great chamber. For you know, here Miss Thisbe did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Well, you see, some man or other must present wall. And he must have some loam, or some plaster, or some rough cast about him, to signify wall. And there he must hold his fingers thus,
and to that little cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper. Well, if that may be, then all is well. Come sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin when you have spoken your speech. Enter into that break and show everyone according to his due. Pyramus, speak, Thisbe stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor. Odor savors sweet. So hath thy breath, thy dearest Thisbe dear. But a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry must you, for you must understand, for he goes but to see a noise, that is heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of...
Stop.
Most radiant Pyramus. Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue. Oh, man. Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue. Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue. Of color like the red rose on triumphant bright, most brisky, juvenile, and eke, most lovely Jew. Oh, as true is horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
9 is 2, man.
9 is 2.
For you must not speak that yet.
For you must not speak that yet.
But you must answer the Pyramids. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramids, enter. Pyramids, enter. Your cue is passed.
Oh, as true is horse that yet would never tire.
Pyramids.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are hunted! Brave masters! What masters? Help!
What are you doing? What is wrong with you? What? What?
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometimes a horse shall be, sometimes a hound. A hog, a headless bear, sometimes a fire. And neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn. Like a horsehound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Oh! Look, why did they run away? I see that knavery. This is to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
Oh, what do you see on me? You see a donkey of your own, do you? Oh.
Oh, bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
Why? Where are you going? Oh, come on, man. It's not that bad. Oh, man. I see that, knavery. This is to make a donkey of me. Well, I will walk up and down here, and I will see. To show them, I am not afraid. The war so cow, so black a wool, with orange tiny bell, Oh, the soul. Oh, with his notes so true. Oh, the wren. Oh, with his little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
Oh.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. My ears are enamored of thy note, and my eyes adore thy shape. And on the first beat of day, I swear I love thee.
Oh, shucks. Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood, desire not to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. And I do love thee, therefore stay with me. And I will give thee fairies to attend to thee, and purge thy mortal grossness so. And like an airy spirit, you shall go. Peas blossom, cobweb, snowflake, moth, mustard seed.
Red, Diddy,
And
I.
Yeehaw.
be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. Not him else, and do him courtesies. Hail, boys, all hail!
Hail? Hail?
Come, lead him to my bower. The moon methinks looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps with every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awake. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote upon in extremity.
My mistress, who a monster, is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. And the shallowest, thick-skinned of that barren sort forsook his seat and entered in the break. When I did him at this advantage take a donkey's knoll, I fixed upon his head. Titania waked and straightway loved a donkey.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. About the wood, go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. I'll fancy sick is she, and pale of cheer. By some illusion bring her here. I'll charm his eyes from off her sight.
I go, look how I go, swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archer ride, sink in the apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy. Let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. Beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth, mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Helena! Why should you think I woo and scorn?
You do advance your cunning more and more, Lysander. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her over?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind. Now you give her over.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy, oh how ripe and show. Thine lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. You both are rivals in love, Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia with all my heart. In Hermia's love, I yield you up my part.
Keep thy Hermia. I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone, and is it to Helena, home returned, there to remain.
Helena, it is not so.
Look where thy love comes. Yonder is Hermia.
Thou art not by mine eye Lysander found. My ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why seekest thou me? Could not this be known? The hate I bear for thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they've conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent, is all forgot? And will you rend our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend?
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. Seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial? And wherefore doth Lysander tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. But fare ye well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Gentle Helena, hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena!
Oh, excellent!
Helena, I love thee, by my life, I do.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it so.
Quick, come.
Lysander! Where to tends all this?
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr! Hermia, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent. Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I'll trust not thy word.
Oh, Helena, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love!
What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you...
Puppet! Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Are you grown so high in his esteem that I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I? I am not yet so low that my nails cannot reach unto thine eyes!
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in truishness. I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you, save that in love unto Demetrius, I told him of yourself unto this wood. To Athens will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go.
Why, get you gone! What is that hinders you?
The foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her,
Now follow, if thou darest, to try who's right, thine or mine is most in Helena.
follow? Nine. I'll go with the cheek, by John.
You mistress, all this coils long of you. Nay, get you back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou makest or else committest thine avarice willfully.
King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on?
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. High therefore Robin overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou Anon, with drooping fog as black as Akron, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one come not within another's way. And from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows doth counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous properties, to take from thence all error from his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed. While thy mealy cheeks do coy, and speak musk roses in thy sleepy smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my sweet joy. What? Would you like to listen to some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. How about tongues and bones?
Or to say, my sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Let's see. A small peck of provender. Or I could munch some good dry oats. Nah. Ooh, I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay. Sweet hay and no fellow.
Well, I have a venturious fairy that shall seek this squirrel's horn and fetch thee new nuts.
You know, I'll have a handful or two of dry peas. But I pray you, let not your people stir. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou while I wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone and well ways away. Oh, how I love thee! Oh, how I dote on thee!
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the wood, I did upbraid her and fall out with her, and she in mild terms begged my patience. I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. Now, Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon! What visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of a donkey.
There lies your love.
Tell me, how did these things come to pass? Oh, how my eyes do loathe this visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head. Titania, music call and strike more dead than common sleep. Of all these 5 the sense.
Now when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes.
Music, home music, such as charm and sleep.
Sound music. Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock this ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity.
Fairy King, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after night shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it was this night. Sleeping I was found with these mortals on the ground.
Really? Must have been a bad drink. Donkey or something. Oh.
Go, one of you, find out that forester, for my love shall hear the music of my hounds, uncoupled in the western valleys. Dispatch, I say, let them go. Find out that forester. What's off? What names are these?
My lord, this my daughter here asleep, and this Demetrius and Lysander, and this Helena, old Netter's Helena. I wonder if their being here is.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rites of May, but tell me, Aegeus, is this not the day that your daughter, Hermia, should give the answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go bid the huntsmen, wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends, St. Valentine is past.
Pardon, my lord.
Aprion, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies, but how come this gentle comfort in the world?
I shall answer, my lord. Amazingly, half sleep, half waking, me and Hermia, we came hither. Our intent was to leave Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough! Enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head.
My lord, fair Helena told me of their stealth, this their purpose, hither to this wood. But my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love for Hermia melted as the snow.
Fair lovers, you are unfortunately met. Aegeus, I will work very well. By the temple, by and by, with us, these couples shall be eternally be knit. Away with us to Athens. 3 and 3 will hold a feast in great solemnity. Come. Come now, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where's our usual manager of mirth? Philostrate?
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what agreements have you for this evening? What mass? What music?
There's a brief how many sports are right. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Disney. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play to be. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word after one player fitted.
And what are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which have never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled with your unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over.
And I will hear it, for never anything can be amiss when duty and sinfulness tendered. Go bring them in. Ladies, take your place.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill we show simple skill. That is the true beginning of the end. Considering then we come but in despite. We do not come here as minding to content you. Our true intent is all for your delights. We are not here that you should here repent you. Our actors are at hand and their show. That you shall know all, for you are like to know. Gentlest perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on this man Pyramus, if you would like to know, this beauteous Lady Thisbe is certain. It's you, Pyramids. It's all yours.
You know me.
This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall. This vile wall, which did these lovers sunder. Whoa. Oh man. It's my girl. It's my girl. Which did these lovers sunder, and through the wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, and let no man wonder on. This man, with lantern and bush of thorn and dog, doth present moonshine. For if you would know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb. There to woo the grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. And on comes Pyramus, sweet, youth, and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling, bloody breast, and Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, his dagger drew, and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He had read his prologue like a rough colt.
Who is next?
In this same interlude, it doth befall, I, once not by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole, or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often, very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, this stone does show, I am this same wall, the truth is so. This the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you expect lion and hare to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard. Discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence!
Oh, grim-looking night. Oh, night so black of food. Oh, night, which ever art when there is not. I trust my Thisbe's promises forgot. Oh, wall, thou wall, oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall. O wall that standeth between her father's ground and mine. O wall, thou wall, O sweet, O lovely wall. Show me thy cheek to blink through thy knockings.
Chink, chink.
Ah, thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. All right, now let's take a look. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy storms for deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. And it is to fall back, yonder she comes.
Oh, wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair, Pyramus and me.
hear a voice. I think I hear that Thisbe's face too. Thisbe?
My love, thou art. My love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lysander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Mwah. Will thou at Nevi's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death. I come without delay.
Okay, dokie.
Thus have I, Wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus Wall away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
If we imagine the worst of them, then they are themselves. They may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts then. A man and a lion.
You ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now, perchance, both quake and tremble here. When lion rough and wildest rage doth roar, then know that I, one snug the jointer, am a lion's felt, nor else no lion's down.
A very gentle beast and of good conscience.
The very best of the beast, my lord.
Let us listen to Moon.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself the man, I the moon do seem to be.
Proceed, Moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon. I the man, I the moon do seem
Proceed, Moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon. I the man, and I the moon, and this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog. Oh, where's my dog? Peter Quince, where's thy dog? Where's my dog? Oh, oh. And this dog, my dog.
Why, all these are in the lantern, for all these should be in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Liddy's tomb. Where's my love?
Well roared, lion.
Ah!
Well right, Thisbe.
Well shown, Moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well mouse, lion.
And then came Pyrrhus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But what dreadful drole is here? Eyes do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear. Thy mantle, what stained with blood? Approach, ye fairies. Come, come. Oh, fates. Come, come. Cut thread and thrum. Quail, crush, conclude, and quail. All tears, come. Out sword and wound. Dance, dance, dance. Now am I dead? Now am I fled? Thy tongue lose thy light. Thy moon, take thy flight. Take thy flight. Now, I die. 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 Die.
Chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Asleep, my love? What, dead, my dove? O Pyramus, arise. Speak. Speak. Quite dumb? Dead, dead? A tomb? Must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow pouted cheeks are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leaves. Tongue, not a word. Come, trust the sword. Come, blade my breast and brew, and farewell, friends, thus Thisbe ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Lion and Moonshine are now left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
Huh? Oh, get off me. Ah, no, I assure you. The wall is down, not part of their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue? Or a burgomass dance between the two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for the midnight of Iron Tongue has told 12. Lovers, to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time.
Through the house give glimmering light, by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
Hand in hand in fairy grace will we sing and bless this place.
With melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. Trip away, make no stay. Meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream.
Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good morning unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.